Hey everyone, welcome to our studio today. We're working on a little special painting here. Uh, I used to be in the sign business years ago, and I painted my little truck with a big wording of signs on it. And on both sides I put a little guy painting the signs. This is not exactly like it because I can't remember exactly what it looked like, and I have no pictures of it. But I sat down one day and drew this on a little 8x10 piece of paper, and I thought, well, that might look good if I do a big one of that one. So Jim came down, we done a sketch of it, and done a finished sketch. And we thought, well, it would be nice maybe to have that one and to have a colored one. So therefore, we took this sketch and transferred it to another canvas and made this sketch. So now we're coloring it. Anyhow, I'm working on it today, and we won't finish it today, but we'll get a little bit farther along. I want to add a little more detail up here, and then we'll go on down to the bottom. Now, what I wanted to add to it, I've got a round brush here. Sometimes that don't work too well with what I'm going to do. I'm going to add a little more detail, okay? In order to do that, I was going to change this blue just a little teeny bit and make it a little bit more realistic. Although this is not a realistic painting. I've got some blue over here. That's what I need right there. Now I think that's way too dark. But we're going to use real dark on these britches and maybe a gray, I'm not sure. Anyhow, let's get a little bit of white. I'm out of white over here. Oh, let's grab a little of this. Let's try that color. Sometimes you can hold it over and see if it is the right color. I want it a little darker. And I think I've got a little Payne's gray left here. Put a little of that in it. I think that's about what we want. Wipe that off. Dip it into my thinner. That's regular paint thinner, by the way. Some people are allergic to it. If you are, you can get the odorless thinner. Okay, what I was going to do is add a little more to this shadow here and a little more to the back side. Like that. And again, I'm trying to stay inside the lines, but I'm trying to touch the black line so as not to leave any white in there. Now, if you can see what that does, that adds a little more depth to it. Makes it a little bit rounder, I guess you'd say. And I like that. A little more thinner. This won't be the exact color we use for the jeans, but it'll be close. Now I want to add a little bit here. Now, I can't add that right up against the edge there, but I want to add it right here. And down here, I'll probably put it right on the edge. Now, when you come into a little spot like that little hoop there, you just take your brush and turn it. See that? Pulled it right down into it. Just blending it in now. And I may have to take a dry brush to do that, which I will. Now you see how much more depth that's got to it now. And you could turn this into a realistic painting, which I won't do, but you could. There goes the train by. I'm going to have to rinse that out and get a blending brush. And you can use any of them as long as it's pretty dry. I may take a little bit larger one. That ought to do it. Yeah. You see what that does? That just sort of blends it in. You can't hardly tell where one color comes in and one takes over. Wow, I did not expect that. But that's all right. Now I'm going to blend that arm in real good. All right. And you see what we've done is create more depth. And what we've done over here with the little cup that he's holding, we made it a little silver cup. So he put dark color on it, little red showing up through there, and a little dark in there. And you could go back and make up some of the areas solid black, because a lot of times chrome and silver, you can almost do them with a black magic marker on a white surface. Okay, that's about the way I wanted that. Now I'm going to work on the hat just a little bit. I want to add just a little bit more depth to those little curvatures on it. Okay, we'll keep that in for blending, okay? Now I'm going to pick a little smaller brush here. That's the one I want right there. Okay. Now I'm going to use some of the same color. And I may have to use my model stick there. I believe I want it a touch darker than that. And I'm going to use Payne's Gray. And I also grabbed a little of the green, if you notice. Now let's see if that does it. No, that's still not what I want. Not for the hat. I want it a little darker. If I don't run out of Payne's Gray here. Don't need much of it. That's almost what I want. Then we'll add a little green to it. Then I'm going to add a little burnt umber. Now that may be a little green. But it's a pretty shadow color. But I put a little more blue in it. Actually, it's sort of a dirty blue, I guess you'd say. I think that's it. Rinse my brush out. I believe that's it. All right. I'm going to make it real dark right down. And I could wait until it dries and go back and put my black outline in there. Now I want to go back and get it at the hairline a little bit better than I've got it. I can see some white through it, and I don't want to be able to do that. You see, that adds a little more definition to that. By the way, I'm using burn umber to do this with. All right. Now I'm going to blend the bottom of it a little bit. Okay, now I want to get my little outline brush out. I'll clean them up later. I won't fool with it now. I've got a couple of little outline brushes. And I want to use this one. I believe this is the one I can use. And I wanted to do some highlights in the eyeball. Let's see if I can do that. Pretty good. Close enough. Now I wanted to highlight some streaks in the hair. I'm going to start out with the real dark. Don't want many of these, just a few of them. All right, we're getting there. Sort of like that. It's hard to keep enough color in your brush. All right, now I wanted to outline that eye. But I sort of wanted some dark. About that color, maybe darker. trying to pick up some of that blue-black. Let's see if I can do that. I got it pretty good. All right. See what a difference that makes? Just a few little extra strokes. Now, like I say, you could wait and do this after it dries with a magic marker if you wanted to, which sometimes that's easier if you have time, you know. Hey, that's got that. I'm going to make that little line down through the a little more thinner. If you don't keep it pretty thin, it won't flow. And especially when you're trying to do lines. You see what a pretty line that makes? I'm going to blend that a little bit, I think. All right. I like that pretty well, although I want to blend that a little bit. I've got time. If I can find one that's, that probably would do it if I dry it real good. Okay, let's try it. Sort of like that. And these, I think I might leave them. I sort of like that. I believe I'll leave them. I'm going to put a little white right through there. Yeah, you see that white becomes part of the blue, don't it? All right, I like that. I've got about 2 minutes left, haven't I? 2 minutes, okay. 2 minutes. I'm trying to hurry. Wow. Well, it's not light enough. Got a minute left. Gosh, where'd all that red come from? I may have to wait till next week to do that. Just a little teeny bit. Okay, we're going to have to leave you. As I hate to go. Enjoyed being with you today. Come back next week and hopefully we'll be able to finish the painting. Goodbye and God bless.